don't know that I have to pay Coach Evie for that nice introduction. He doesn't do anything for free anymore. So welcome to historic Homewood Field. You know, when Coach called and said, would you mind just addressing the group for a couple minutes, I was excited and happy to do it. As he mentioned, we've become good friends. We've been very successful with club players from the Dukes Club. Corey Smith and Brett Baskin have both been with the Dukes, and then we've had a number of others in the past. So I'm awful excited to have you here at Homewood Field. I can promise you that on Monday there will be absolutely no snow on this field, and the excitement for us begins Monday afternoon at noon. So when Coach asked me if I would chat with you, thought a little bit about what I wanted to say, and I got to a point where I thought about why are you guys here? You know, why are you here on a Saturday afternoon when you could be watching pro football, you know, running around with your buddies doing other things? And at the end of the day, it's all about development. And that's what I wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about. So before I talk about development, I want to just tell you a quick story. So the guy in the hat and the hood over his head is Brock Turner. So Brock was our starting goalie. And I want to say this, I'll embarrass him a little bit. He's one of the players that I am most proud to have ever been around. Now, I haven't told him this, so it's nice for me to be able to actually tell him this and say it in public. But he's one of the players I am most proud of because of his development. And the development that he experienced really was tremendous from high school to his freshman year, and maybe more importantly, from his junior year to his senior year. And he had what I thought was an All-American year as a senior. He's a main reason why we won the Big Ten championship. And my point in bringing up Brock is that he worked at it, fellas. You know, you're never too old to improve. You're never too old to get better. And here we had a guy who was already a starter and spent his whole summer going into his senior year preparing to have what was the most important year on the lacrosse field of his life. So standing next to him or kneeling is Hunter Moreland. Transition from high school to college, easy or hard? Very hard, especially at the face-off X. So Hunter Moreland was basically a 4-year starter for us at the X. He spent a lot of time. He took over 300 face-offs here. Many times, the office that Coach Evie was telling you about, I had the privilege of sitting up there. The best part about that is I get to overlook this field. And the beauty of overlooking this field is I get to see who's out here working. I also get to see who's not out here. And daily, I saw a guy come out here, go right to the middle of the field, and he'd have his iPod in with whistles, and I'd see him out here constantly working at his craft. So we play in the Big Ten championship game. He gets the biggest goal of the game, first goal of the game. Face-off win, boom, forward goal. What a great way for us to start a championship game. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because he's worked at it. Brett Baskin, okay, comes in, high school attackman. All of a sudden now he finds himself at the midfield. I see him out here every day. Okay, there was a couple words I heard one of the coaches say to him. They said, you need to work on your left hand. I see Brett out here all the time, coming from behind the goal, like he's in an invert, and coming around and working on his left hand. Corey Smith is a junior captain for us. High school attackman, very good player at Haverford. He's gone back and forth between the midfield and the attack. His game has changed because what it took to be successful in high school was easy, correct? Comparatively speaking, to being here. So I see him out here every single day. He doesn't miss a day. There isn't a day that goes by where I'm not in that office and I see him out here. And when I happen to come into work late, which is 7:30, and I see number 4 out here shooting around, my day's off to a great start because I see one of our captains out here working. My point is this, fellas. You are here today, you are a part of this club, okay? Not to play games. Everybody thinks this club lacrosse thing is about games. It's not. It's about development, okay? 23s to 27s here, am I correct? So you guys are young guys, but you are in such a developmental stage in your lives. So what I want to encourage you, why I told you about these guys, all of these guys play. They all play for an elite program. And the reason why they play isn't just because they're talented, and they are. They played and they play now because they work their tails off. They work at developing their craft. And you are here with Dukes. You're here on a Saturday afternoon when you can be doing other things that are less stressful and certainly probably much easier for your families. But you're not here to play games, guys. You're here to get better. It is so important that you understand that when the whistle blows and Coach Gonzo splits you guys up and you go off to these different drills, you're not going there to impress coaches. You're there to get better. You're there to improve. And the only way you're going to do that is by working your rear end off, going as hard as you can, listening to coaches, and being willing to do things that make you uncomfortable. Okay? That is the only way you're going to improve, is if you're willing to do something that makes you uncomfortable. So, about last year and the last year and a half, I like to think I've changed a little bit as a coach, yes or no? Was really odd for me. I was a yeller, screamer, I'm very emotional, and it's just not the way young guys are these days. So I needed to change and adjust. I was really uncomfortable, to be quite honest with you. I didn't know what to say, what to do, but you find your way. These guys, things were a little bit easier in high school, and now they got to college, and they were in positions that they had never been in before. Maybe not playing, not starting. So to do that, they had to venture to a place where they weren't comfortable. So while you're here doing this stuff, don't feel bad if you drop a ball with your weak hand. Who cares? Go pick it up, and the next time, try again, and try again, and try again until you do it. The only way that you're going to improve is if you're willing to do the things you're not comfortable doing, and you're willing to practice things you're not good at. And that's all about player development. So if you want to play at some college, some level, Division 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. The way you do that is you improve and you develop as a player. And the only way you're going to do that is to make the most of your time out here. So when you do these drills, the one thing that's a pet peeve of mine is when we step on this field, we play. And we play hard. And we go as hard as we can. You want to impress coaches, don't worry about impressing coaches. Worry about getting better. Because if you get better and your play improves, coaches will notice those things. So I'm thrilled to have you here. I know these guys are happy to be out here working with you. We appreciate Evie, you bringing these guys to Hopkins. I wish you all well. Happy New Year to your moms and dads. I hope you'll continue to encourage these guys. It's not about games. It's about getting better. So push yourselves, fellas, and thanks for having me.
One trivia question before we break up. You have Corey Smith, who is a Dukes player. He's a junior captain this year. First time in what, 10 years that there's been a junior who's been a captain at Hopkins?
No. We had another one, John Crowley, but those are the only two in a while.
In a while.
Yeah.
So Corey Smith, a Dukes player. Corey waved. Brett Baskin next to him, another Dukes player. The trivia question, because I did not bring the big candy bucket today. The trivia question is, how many other Dukes players are on the Hopkins roster for 2019? Think about it, and then raise your hand. No call-outs if you think you got an answer. And that counts Jack Rapine from Upper Dublin. So you know that there's at least 3. All right, let me see a show of hands for guesses. All right, I saw that hand first. How many? Wrong. Hand. Wrong. 5 is a correct answer. Can you name any of the